I've been coding for about 6 years at this point in my life. Ever since I started playing games, I've wanted to know how they work, how they get made, but the problem was, I didn't know where to start. So I decided to take a few YouTube videos and see what I could do. I decided that Unity was too difficult, that Unreal Engine was a no-go. I'm not even sure it was Unreal Engine 5 at that point in time. And I couldn't find any engine that wasn't Scratch, and I was definitely not doing that. So I decided to go with ROBLOX. It has a very shallow starting point for any programmer who feels like they wanted to get into it and try something funny and just mess around with code. But the programming language itself is also very deep. You can do anything in Roblox. You can use all its different instances to do... You can make anything. Look at the Roblox platform. It has everything. People running around making shooting games like Phantom Forces or, well, less interesting games like... Well, I'm not gonna name any names. Coding difficulty, of course, goes from genre to genre. So if you really want to make a game, you can always just start making somewhat of a simulator and then move your way over to more complex genres later down the line. Even, you don't have to move. You can just keep on making simulators, just make them more advanced. If you make them interesting enough, that is advanced in itself. Of course, there are a lot of aspects to doing this. I would really suggest you use other people and resources at your disposal. Don't alienate the toolbox. The toolbox is great, you can use that. If you don't want to be using the toolbox, that's fine, that's your style. If you want to learn all the aspects of making a game, I would suggest you start with one. In my opinion, coding. Obviously. I went in for coding. I can't really advertise for the other ones. Going through and actually learning the coding might be a little bit difficult. I will suggest YouTube video after YouTube video, as they are very, very good at telling you exactly what it is that you've looked up. Problem is, you have to look it up first. You have to be curious, you have to dive into categories that you've never touched on before, but try to implement it into what you already know. If you know nothing, try and find the coding basics. If you don't understand the coding basics, take the stuff that you do understand and then execute some random code with it. Remember, writing code is like writing an essay. There are no correct ways of doing it, but there are wrong ways of doing it. If you do it wrong, your code is going to be running slowly, it's going to crash all the time, and it's not going to be a very good game. But trust me, these three are necessary processes to actually learn coding. You need to run into every single problem at least once. If you don't, you won't know how to fix it. You won't know the feeling of, oh, that problem, I know that problem, let's fix it. That is what makes a great programmer, knowing where the problems appear and knowing how to just eradicate every single one of them. If you have any further questions, please leave them down below in the comment section.